Netflix is a US-based company, meaning their reports are in US dollars. Since they stream worldwide, they work in a lot of different currencies. In the exchange to US dollars, they can either lose or gain money. At the end of 2017, they estimated that international revenues for 2018 would be around $7.8 billion, but it ended up being $7.7 billion, meaning they lost $94 million due to unfavorable fluctuations in exchange rates.
Other expenses that must be accounted for include technology and development due to payroll, software and hardware expenses, general and administrative due to payroll, contractors and consultants, and interest expenses due to long-term debt. Streaming costs are 87% of the cost of revenues in both 2017 and 2018, with the difference that in 2018 it's international streaming that makes up for more than half of the expense. In 2018, the revenues were around $16 billion, but due to cost of revenues and other expenses reaching $14.5 billion, the operation margin is 10% and net income is $1.2 billion, which is better than the previous year.
Netflix's asset increased $989 million, mainly due to the issuance of debt. Long-term debt increased $3.8 billion due to long-term note issuance of $1.9 billion in April, $800 million and $1.1 billion in October, with the earliest maturity date of February 2021. Net cash are funds gained after obligations and liabilities are deducted. The fact that net cash used in operating activities and provided by investing activities is negative isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that the cash received is insufficient to cover obligations and liabilities, but Netflix still meets all of their obligations, especially since the net cash provided by financing activities is around $4 billion, which covers the two negative values.
A contractual obligation is something you owe to another in return for something else. In Netflix's case, those obligations are streaming content obligations because they provide a service to members. Debt due to the money owed, lease obligations related to certain corporate offices in California, and other purchase obligations related to streaming delivery and cloud computing costs.